Alright, so this is coffee vlog number 12, Mr4K Koffee. And that's a coffee with a K, not with a C. Coffee. Coffee. Number 12. So let's talk about this. Let's talk about Project xCloud. We're almost around the corner for the October. And October is going to be an interesting month because in October we got Project xCloud happening. And shortly after that, in November, we got Google Stadia. Not to mention all these other TV streaming services are going to be coming out. So there's a lot of stuff happening this holiday season. Okay. But let's talk about the Project xCloud first. And what is Project xCloud? Just for those of you who don't know, who are new, the Project xCloud, it's something that Microsoft wanted to do for quite a while, and they work with the Azure, and Azure is the service server that probably has the best servers out there in the world. I think Azure has probably the best in the world because they have proven that they can do that. This year, they've proven that from a server that's in San Francisco, they can easily stream all your Xbox games in Los Angeles or San Diego. So they have proven that they can do that. Okay. If you guys want to learn more about the Azure, you guys can go into Google and learn about the Azure. It's in Silicon Valley. It's all in Silicon Valley, guys. The Silicon Valley used to be oranges and they used to grow some other stuff. It was just a bunch of farms and winery. But now it's all just technology. The Silicon Valley has turned into a big, gigantic technology valley. And that's where everything's happening. That's where all these projects are happening. Okay? So all the servers, the biggest servers, the best servers in the world are in Silicon Valley. Okay? Everybody knows that, so I shouldn't have to acknowledge that. I'm just telling this for those of you who are regular Joes, regular Marys, and you have no clue. All right. So I want to speak in layman terms as well. I don't want to put you to sleep with some technical jogger. All right. So Project xCloud, it's a streaming service in layman terms. And Microsoft, it's using probably one of the best servers out there next to Google Stadia. But they're pretty much the same. Okay? The difference is the Microsoft streaming service, it's not going for 4K resolution. They're not going for some ridiculous high resolution. What Xbox that's mainly focused is for you to be able to stream and take your gaming experience with you on your mobile phone. Okay, and on a mobile phone, you really don't need that much of a high resolution, okay, because you got a small phone or a tablet, and you really, even in 720p on a tablet, you'll be fine, okay, guys. You don't even 1440p you don't need on a phone, okay, for gaming. You don't need that kind of a resolution. So what the Xbox is doing, they're trying to bring a stable streaming service for the Xbox owners. So this holiday season, if you want to go somewhere to visit your family or your relatives, or if you want to go out somewhere traveling, guess what? You'll be able to take this with you. You'll be able to take your Xbox Live experience with you, and you'll be able to play all of these Xbox games, the entire library. Basically, you will be able to play your entire library that you have on your Xbox. You'll be able to bring it to your phone. Now, let's talk about what type of let's talk about what you're going to need to start with the Project xCloud. First and foremost, you're going to need Xbox Live membership. Okay, that's something that's going to help, right? You're going to need the Xbox Live membership. That's number one, gold. And Now, I'm not sure how the Game Pass is going to work. If you're part of the Game Pass, is the Project xCloud going to be part of a Game Pass in the future? Maybe, maybe not. I don't know what they're going to do. I think they're testing the waters with the Project xCloud. I think in the beginning you're going to have to pay something. Obviously, you got to pay the piper. You're using their service. You're using, Azure. You're using their service. So you got to pay something, okay? Ain't nothing free, man. All right? That's the way it is. So, you're going to need, number one, Xbox One X or Xbox One console or Xbox One S, any Xbox console. You're going to need it. Number two, you're going to need a Xbox Live and Gold membership. And number three, you're going to need a mobile device such as Android. They really recommend the Android and tablet that supports the Android. I haven't heard anything about iPhone, so if you got iPhone, I don't know. I wouldn't really get my hopes too high. So if you purchase that 1400, 1500 ridiculous iPhone 11 cooking Pro, and you wasted that $1,500, I mean, shame on you, man. That phone is ridiculous for that stupid price. That phone shouldn't even be $400. Okay, I wouldn't even pay $400 for that phone. The Samsung Galaxy Note 10 Plus and even Note 9 demolishes that garbage of iPhone 11 Pro. Okay, so I hope that you guys have Android devices. I've been done with the iPhone and the Apple long time ago. I don't want the Apple to dictate to me on what I can do, what apps I can use, which apps I can't use. I don't want them to dictate to me on what I can do and can't do. I want to be able to use whatever I want to use on my phone. So iPhone, forget about the iPhone OS devices. Go ahead, iOS devices. Go ahead and use the Android. So you're going to need an Android device. You're going to need a Android device. Any Android device. It could be Google Pixel, it could be Sony Xperia, LG, their lineups of phones, any phone that supports Android. And of course, Samsung Galaxy Note 10 Plus is honestly your best. Note 9 or Note 10 Plus is your best bet to be playing your Xbox games. All right, so those are the three things you're gonna need. Now, how is this gonna work? That's the question everybody wants to know: is how is this gonna work? Are you gonna need a very stable connection in order for this to work? Well, according to Phil Spencer, you really are not gonna need like a super high end, like a steady internet connection to do this, because the server that they're using will take care of that for you. But you're gonna need, be able to have a decent connection that it's like, I don't know, at least 24 megabits per second, dude. Like a 30 megabits per second. Even with 30 megabits per second, you're fine, dude. You're gonna be okay, because you're gonna be playing it on your phone, and they're not gonna require some ridiculous internet speed for you to use it on the phone. So, what about the pricing? This is something that a lot of people have been asking me and asking others. I have no clue about the pricing, guys. I don't know how they're going to do this. I have no idea what the pricing is going to be. I think the pricing is going to be probably $10 a month or something. Listen, in the beginning, I think they're going to charge $10 a month. Just for them to start, I honestly think that's where it's gonna be. It's gonna be $10 a month, or maybe not, maybe $5 a month. I don't know, but I really don't see them going any cheaper than $10, guys, because they have to pay for. It's costing them money to run the server, to run the service. So they're gonna need to make some money off of that. All right, and I think they're gonna test the waters this holiday season. They're gonna test to see how it works. So what I'm trying to say here is, don't get too excited about the Project xCloud. Whether or not Project xCloud will be successful or not successful, it will depend on how stable are their servers. And of course, pricing is going to be another thing to look into. But I think the main focus is going to be on how stable the Project xCloud is going to be. When you go out on the road, when you go out somewhere, or if you're somewhere, I don't know, like waiting in line or at work or whatever, for you to play a couple of games while you're waiting, or if you're traveling, you're in a hotel room or on a train or on a plane or whatever, how stable is this service going to be? I think that's where the test is going to be. But looking at the competitors, looking at the Google Stadia versus Project xCloud, I think Project xCloud has more chances of success than the Google Stadia, because Google Stadia is just ridiculous. I mean, if you really think about the Google Stadia, think about this. You have to pay for the equipment, you have to pay for the controller, and then you have to pay a monthly membership service, and on top of all those three, you have to also pay for the game. I mean, think about that. And you have to pay for a game that you don't own, that sits somewhere in the server. And Google has the control of that game. I mean, think about that. I mean, look, I'm going to test it. I'm going to try it. I'm going to do it because I want to let you guys know if it's worth it, if it's not worth it. I want to just test it so I can give you some benefit of a doubt, okay? I don't think I'll stay with Google Stadia, honestly, with that kind of ridiculous pricing and all that. I don't think I'm going to stay with them. But I'm going to do it for you guys so I can give you the benefit of a doubt between the Project xCloud and the Google Stadia. But let's be honest. I mean, when you look at Google Stadia and what they're doing, I mean, I'm trying to understand when they were sitting around a table, you know, the boards of directors and Google, and when they were sitting around the table, when they were thinking about this stuff, when they were thinking about these projects, didn't it occur to you, Google, that people are not stupid, that they're going to realize that this is kind of ridiculous? You want us to pay for the equipment, $150, whatever, $130, pay for the controller, and then pay for the monthly membership, $25 a month. And on top of that, you want us to pay for the games. I mean, I'm trying to let this sink in. I'm trying to let this sink in, and it's sinking in, but it's rejecting it. Your idea, it's being synced in, but it's being rejected. It's being rejected because it's stupid. It quite honestly is being stupid. Why would I, who have a high-end PC, pay for your hardware, pay for your controller, pay a monthly membership for your service, and then pay for a game, which I have to be dependent on the internet to play, and it's not on my hard drive, it's sitting on your hard drive somewhere out there, on one of the servers, okay, on Silicon Valley? Why would I pay for that when I can simply use my computer and play directly, natively, in 4K with all the goodies? You tell me, Google Stadia. Convince me otherwise. I mean, Google Stadia, convince me otherwise. So I really don't understand when I see all these, I see a bunch of YouTubers out there, which is beyond me. I'm not going to say who they are, but I've seen a bunch of big YouTubers out there praising Google Stadia. And I'm thinking, are you guys being paid by Google? Are you guys being a shill for Google? Because if you are being a shill for Google, then that really sucks. Because even you know that Google Stadia is ridiculous idea. Because it's a ripoff. It's the biggest ripoff of ever. Think about this. You're paying for the equipment, $130. You're paying for a monthly membership, which is going to be ridiculous. And on top of that, you're paying full price for a game, which you don't own. It's not in your hard drive. It's sitting somewhere in the server. And then you're dependent on the internet You need a really good internet. You depended on the internet. Come on. Really? Really? I think Project xCloud, I think what Phil Spencer has here is definitely a better deal. Even at $10 a month, even at $10 a month, I think with the Project xCloud, you got way better success. But I'm also glad that the Project xCloud, it's competing with Google Stadia, because I think if Project xCloud is successful, the Project xCloud is going to force Google Stadia to change their way of pricing. They're gonna have to change it. They're probably gonna have to lower the price on monthly subscription, and they'll probably have to make some kind of a subscription-based service where you're gonna have these games included, and you don't have to pay for them, or something like that. And I think that's what's gonna drive. See, competition is good. See, this is what I love about competition, because competition, it's letting the other opponent know that, hey, if you want to be successful in this game, you're going to have to do the same thing we're doing. Okay? And we, the customers, we dictate. We have the ultimate power. We dictate to these companies what's best and what's going to survive. So, look, I'm going to test both of these. I'm going to test Project xCloud. I'm going to test Google Stadia. All right. Just because I'm going to test Google Stadia doesn't mean I'm going to stay with them. I'm going to do a trial for a month or something, and I'm going to test it. And of course, I'll do the same thing with the Project xCloud. I'm going to test it, and that's what I'm going to be focused mainly with these two subscriptions. And I think it's going to be interesting to see how they both work. What I'm mainly focused on Google Stadia is to see if what they're claiming is true. If I can really run an 84K at 60 FPS with zero input lag. I want to see if that bullshit is true. I'm having a difficult time accepting that bullshit, but hey, it's better to prove them wrong than to just say hearsay. Okay? And if they are right, if they are correct, if it runs in native 4K, 60 FPS, zero input lag, dude, hey, then that's great. But I also want to look at the Project xCloud. I think Project xCloud is more feasible, because with the Project xCloud, I can take my experience with me. Okay? Rich library of video games. It's like taking your Xbox One X with you, except it's on the phone. So I think Project xCloud, in my opinion, it's far, far, far better deal. And all of you out there who are criticizing Phil Spencer, when are you going to give Phil Spencer a credit? Look what this individual has done so far. He totally turned around the Xbox One VCR Kinect from 2013 and the mess that he inherited. He brought us the Xbox One S, first HDR upscaling console, which I have done truckload of videos, and I think those are the videos that made me famous to begin with, was the Xbox One S, that white console. And what else did he do? He brought us the Xbox One X Scorpio, a 4K machine. And what else is he doing? He's bringing us probably one of the best streaming services out there. And Sony's going to have to definitely get rid of that PlayStation Now crap. Listen, PlayStation Now, Sony, who the hell is playing that? I think, Sony, if you're watching this, PlayStation Now, it's a waste of server. Do yourself a favor, Sony. Get rid of the freaking PlayStation Now. Just get rid of it. Shut it down. Because you know you're going to have to eventually shut down the PlayStation Now. Shut it down. And learn from Microsoft. So, Phil Spencer should definitely get a bunch of credit for this, because he's pushing the Xbox in so many different directions. Not to mention that the Xbox currently has the most affordable, the best gaming service with the Game Pass, where you don't have to spend 60, 100, 120, 130. If you're on a budget, man, the Xbox is the perfect way for you to go. You can save a tons of money with the Game Pass Ultimate, dude. And you get so many cool games with the Game Pass Ultimate, dude. You get so many variety of different choices. So I think what the Phil Spencer has done with the Xbox is pretty darn good, in my opinion. And I'll give him the credit because no one seems to want to give the guy a credit. So I'll give him a credit. Okay? So, to end this coffee vlog, I'm telling you, I have a great feeling. Usually when I get these feelings, my instinct, when I get this instinct, usually it's 89% right. I'm telling you, the project xCloud is going to be very successful, and Google Stadia is going to be forced to change their motto, to change their concept, and give people lower pricing with some kind of a package deal that includes a bunch of games included in the package. So I think this will force Google Stadia to rethink on how they run their business. And it's a good thing that the Microsoft is doing this. It's good for us. But I'm telling you, Project xCloud, I believe, is going to be very successful next year. Because people love the idea of taking their video games with them from the Xbox and playing them on the go. I love that idea, dude. I love when I pull out my phone, kick back somewhere to be able to play what I want to play. So I'm kind of excited about the Project xCloud. I'll talk more about this once we get closer to the release of the Project xCloud. So that's how I feel about the Project xCloud, and that's what I think. Those are my opinions alone, and but we'll see. We'll see what happens. I could be wrong. Maybe it's going to fail. Maybe it's not going to be that good. But I think ultimately it will depend on the service, how stable the service is. You know, if the service is not stable, if it's having a lot of problems, then I think that's where it's going to fail. But if it's a very stable service and is not having many major hiccups, I think it's going to look promising. And of course, the pricing is going to be another thing where we have to kind of keep an eye on. But I think ultimately, if Project xCloud is successful, I think Project xCloud is going to be included in the Game Pass Ultimate. And then the Game Pass Ultimate will be the best subscription service ever created. If they include Project xCloud, if Phil Spencer, if you're watching, if you happen to watch this video by some weird chance, sir, if you include Project xCloud with Ultimate Game Pass membership, you're going to have the best in history of gaming, the best gaming subscription in history. You're going to have the best gaming subscription in history if you include Project xCloud, part of the Game Pass Ultimate. All right, guys, well, there you have it. There's my coffee vlog number 11. So I hope you guys enjoyed it, and let me know what you guys think. Are you excited about the Project xCloud? You think this whole streaming service, it's, higgity-jiggy, whatever. I think streaming, it's inevitable. Guys, streaming is going to happen one way or the other. Physical media is going to go away one way or the other. This is what millennials want. This is what majority want. Guys, it's not about what minority wants. It's about what majority wants. And these big giant corporation companies are going to go to what majority wants. They don't really care what minority wants. I mean, you can place your opinion all you want, but at the end of the day, majority wins. And this is inevitable. Streaming, look, everything's being streamed right now. Everything's on your phone. Everything's being streamed constantly. And I think that's where the future's going to be. It's all going to be streaming. I mean, it's already streaming. Look how many streaming services we got coming out November. We got Apple TV Plus, you got Disney Plus, you got HBO Max. I mean, there's tons of streaming services that are coming out. And, and then you got this. You got the gaming streaming services. So, it's inevitable. Guys, Streaming, it's something that's inevitable. It's happening. We'll just have to accept it. And that's that, you know. And this is coming from a physical media guy. I love my physical media. That's why I'm collecting all these 3D Blu-ray movies, because and these 4K and Blu-ray movies, because I want to have as many movies as possible. Okay, I want to have the collection because I know they're gonna be gone. 5 years from now, 10 years from now, that shit's gonna be gone. And I want to be able to have a physical media so I can watch a movie whenever I want to, or for my nieces and my nephews, I can play them a movie, put the disc in, and they can watch it. Okay, so I can show them, hey, this is how it used to be back in the days. It wasn't just on your phone. This is how it used to be, or it's not on your glasses or whatever. You know, they're gonna come out with the phones with the glasses, where you put it on and you know you're seeing everything with your glasses and you're using your eyes to control everything. It's happening. It's gonna happen, guys. You know, technology, it's evolving. This is some crazy times we're living in. As a matter of fact, I was talking to my friend Tom on Facebook, and we agree. I mean, the technology is advancing so quick, so fast, guys. 10 years from now, you're just gonna be, your mind's gonna be, if it's not already blown away, man. I mean, I'm already blown away with technology. You just can't keep up. You just can't keep up. And imagine 10 years from now. Imagine 20 years from now. Think about that. All right, guys. Well, there you have it. I hope you enjoyed this coffee vlog. I always try to bring you something new. And there you have it. All right, guys. Have a good one, though, and take care.